If I were to guess what your least favorite thing to clean in your kitchen was, it would probably be your oven. If you want to see how I make it as simple as possible to get the job done, then keep watching. Hey everyone, and welcome. My name is Melissa, for those of you that are new. And as you can see, I'm a little bit new as well, so I'm so happy that you chose to stop by. If you like organizing, decorating, cooking, cleaning, fashion, product reviews, favorites, planning, menu planning, grocery hauls, then this channel definitely will have something for you. So friends, I don't know about you, but I used to absolutely hate to clean my oven because it was such a daunting task and it seemed to take forever and I could never get it clean and it just hovered over my head every time I thought about needing to do it. But today I want to show you some ways that I have just gone about making it a little bit easier for me in hopes that in return it will make it a little bit easier for you. The more often that we clean our ovens, the less of a hassle that it becomes over time. And if you stick with the zone cleaning routine, you will find that by doing this every 6 to 7 weeks, that it's not as big of a deal as it is if you wait 6 to 7 months to do it. And it just makes it a lot easier for you. So the first thing that I do is I take out all of my racks. And I'll show you what I do to make that process a whole lot easier. Because I know probably the first thing that you're thinking is you have to get a rag and then you have to spray them and then you have to, wash them down, all of that, and that is not what we're doing today, friends. If your oven has a self-cleaning setting and you would rather use that, then by all means, go ahead and do that. I certainly urge you to do whatever works best for you. For me, I typically choose not to use that only because it just seems to take a lot longer than the way that I'm currently doing it. So again, whatever works for you, that's great. That's kind of why we're here, is to figure out the way to keep our homes clean and organized in a way that best suits us. Everything that I do is not necessarily going to be exactly how it's going to work for you all. And so it's just me bringing you different ideas to then implement into your life to make them work for you. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get a wet rag and I'm just going to wipe out the bottom of the oven and just remove anything that has fallen down there that I can easily pick up without having to scrub. So the next thing that I do is I get my Dawn soap, and I use the platinum one. It's just the one that removes grease and grime and all of that. I just find that this breaks down the grease in the oven a lot easier than some other products. Now, if you're looking for a more natural way, you can always use baking soda and mix that with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide just to kind of make a paste. And go ahead and put that around in your oven and let it sit if you have really hard grease buildup. The longer that you allow that to sit, the more it's going to break down for you. But either option, is totally fine. Whatever you choose to use, you do you. So I'm going to take the Dawn here and I'm just going to put it on the scrub side of my sponge. And I'm just going to go in and just coat the entire bottom where I have obvious grease buildup. And I don't really see any along my sides, so I'm not going to put it along there. But again, if it's been a while since you've done this, then go ahead and put it wherever you feel is necessary. And then I also put this on my door as well, because you get quite a bit of buildup on your doors also. And just rub that. And then I just let that one set while I do the one down below. And then what I do is I come in and I go over this with my Mr. Clean Eraser. So you're not wiping anything out yet, you're just going over the existing soap that is currently in there. And that will just pull that stuff up so well. And I actually go along the sides with my eraser, but I don't add any additional soap. I just use what is currently on the bottom. And then I go over my window as well with this. And you will just be able to see the grime just coming off. And then I just come in with a wet rag and I just start wiping up all the soap that is there. And you'll have to go over it quite a few times just to make sure that you get all of the soap wiped up. So the next thing that I do with my racks is I place them in the bathtub and I put down a towel so that my bathtub doesn't get scratched. And I just lay them right on top of each other. Nothing fancy. And then I just kind of pull up the towel along the side of the racks. That way, if it gets loose, once the water comes on it, I know that it will just lay back down in a way that my racks are not going to rub my bathtub. And then I just turn the water on and I turn it on hot. And then again, I just stick in my Dawn Platinum. Again, it's the one that fights grease the best. And I just stick that in. And then I just fill up the bathtub with water and I let it soak for about 2 to 3 hours. If your racks are extremely dirty, then I would highly suggest doing this before you go to bed and then just letting them soak overnight. And then the next thing that I do while my racks are soaking is I go ahead and I throw my heating pads, oven mitts, that type of thing, aprons, all of that into the load of laundry that I'm currently washing for that day. Now while my oven mitts and everything are washing and my racks are soaking in the tub, I go ahead and start to tackle my stovetop. I pretty much do the same exact process that I did with my ovens. I take off my grates and I soak them in my sink with the same Dawn dish soap that I used on my oven racks. And then I just go over the top of it with some soap as well, my Mr. Clean Eraser, wipe it down, wipe it off, and I'm good to go. So I've heard a lot that you're not supposed to put harsh chemicals or cleaning products on your heating elements. So what I do is I just take them all off and I put them in the same water that I wash my grates with, and I just kind of use a toothbrush, scrub over top of them, and then come in here and just again use the toothbrush to kind of get some of the grime loose that might be under there, and then just wipe it down. I love these toothbrushes, and I just got them for $1 at the dollar store, and they just, you know, this pops out and then you can stick it in there while you're doing your cleaning, and then when you're done just let it dry and put it back inside there, and it barely takes up any space in any of your cleaning caddies or drawers or cupboards, wherever you store your cleaning products. So what I do is I just wipe these down and use my toothbrush to just get any grime that might be in those little holes. I don't know if you can see that very well or not. Maybe there, but there's just like little holes where the gas comes out, and so I just go through and just kind of scrub those, and then scrub on the inside, and then rinse it off, and I just set it aside to drip dry a little bit, and then I just finish drying it with my towel. Once I have that done, I just come over here. My grates should be all done soaking, and I just take that same toothbrush and just kind of go in the crevices there and make sure that everything is off. So as you can see, it's nice and clean now. There's no stains, grease, none of that. This over here is just still drying, so don't mind that, but that took me probably about 10 minutes total to just let everything soak and scrub everything and then get it dried and back on here. So not bad at all. So my racks have been sitting here for about 4 hours, and as you can see, the water is discolored, which is good because that means it's broke down all of the things that were on them, and now I just need to go through, scrub them down and rinse them and dry them off. I like to go through with my toothbrush and just get in these little areas right here where you can just kind of see where there was kind of some buildup that did not come loose enough to soak off. And so I just kind of go in there, and as you can see, it kind of turns my toothbrush a different color, so I know that I'm getting that. Then the absolute last thing that I do is I go around my countertops and I just wipe off or wash off anything that I have sitting, such as like back here, I've just got some, you know, little knick-knack kind of thingies, and so I will just dust those off or wash them off. And then the top of my cake plate, I'll go ahead and wash both of those as well, the stand and the cover, and then that's it. My kitchen is clean and organized and smelling fresh. I hope that you found this video helpful today, and I hope that you also came across some tips that you can work into your home as well to help you have a more clean, organized, and fresh smelling kitchen. I also hope that you will check back tomorrow for a continuation of our Zone 2 cleaning, just finishing up in our kitchen this week and then moving on to Zone 3 next week. If you liked this video today, then please give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and click on that link down below. And if you loved this video, then I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and share it with those that you know who would like to start creating a more intentional life for themselves and for their families. Until next time, friends, I just challenge you to start intentionally creating a life that you love living and don't need a vacation from. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.